In the cyber enigma of the internet, a new kind of empire was rising. Not built on land or gold, but on lines of malicious code. Its currency: fear. Its product: decryption. Its king: a hacker known only as LockBitSupp. This is the story of how one man built a ransomware empire, challenged the entire world, and vanished into the ether. Welcome to the Cyber Enigma. The year is 2019. The ransomware scene is crowded, competitive. Groups like GandCrab and Ryuk dominate the headlines. But into this digital Wild West steps a new player, with a new business model, and an audacious level of confidence. They called themselves the LockBit Gang. And they weren't just hackers, they were franchisers. Their flagship product: the LockBit ransomware. But their real innovation was LockBit-as-a-service. A criminal franchise operation where they would lease their devastating software to other cybercriminals, known as affiliates. In exchange, LockBit's creators took a 20% cut of every ransom paid. They handled the malware, the infrastructure, the negotiation sites. The affiliates just had to do the hacking. This was the genesis of an empire. And we're going to trace its rapid, terrifying rise. The mastermind operated under the alias LockBitSupp, short for LockBit Supplier. From the beginning, he wasn't hiding in the shadows. He was a prolific poster on hacker forums, a boastful CEO of his own criminal enterprise. He marketed LockBit with the precision of a Silicon Valley startup. He touted its features. Speed: it was one of the fastest ransomware strains, encrypting a massive network in hours, not days. Stealth: it used advanced techniques to avoid detection by antivirus software. Automation: it could automatically spread across a victim's network, finding and locking every valuable file. But LockBitSupp's key insight was scale. By recruiting affiliates, he wasn't just one hacker. He was an army. He incentivized them with a huge 80% share of the profits. He provided 24/7 support on encrypted chat platforms. He even had a bug bounty program, paying affiliates to find flaws in his own ransomware code. This wasn't just crime. It was corporate business strategy applied to cyberterrorism. By 2021, the empire was in its expansion phase. LockBit 2.0 was released, then 3.0. Each version was more powerful, more ruthless. They became the most prolific ransomware group in the world, responsible for over 40% of all global attacks in some months. Their targets? Everyone. Hospitals, schools, multinational corporations, government agencies. No one was off limits. Their method was double extortion: first, encrypt the data. Second, threaten to publish the stolen data publicly if the ransom wasn't paid. LockBitSupp ran a public shaming website, a digital torture chamber for his victims. Companies would see their name on this site with a ticking clock, pressuring them to pay millions to avoid catastrophic data leaks. He was arrogant, taunting journalists and security researchers. In interviews, he claimed he was immortal in cyberspace. The money poured in. Hundreds of millions of dollars in cryptocurrency, funding a larger operation, better tools, and more affiliates. The empire seemed untouchable. Before we uncover how this empire fell, let's thank today's sponsor, Storyblocks. Finding the high-quality, dramatic footage you've been seeing in this video is a challenge. That's where Storyblocks comes in. Their massive library of stock footage, audio, and templates is perfect for creators like us who want to tell compelling stories without breaking the bank. Use the link in the description to get a special discount for Digital Shadows viewers. Now, back to the story. But empires make enemies. And LockBit had made the most powerful enemies in the world. For years, a coalition of international agencies, the FBI in the US, the UK's National Crime Agency, NCA, Europol, and others, had been running a highly classified investigation dubbed Operation Cronos. They infiltrated the group's communications. They studied the software. They patiently mapped every node of the network. They were waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That moment came in February 2024. In a coordinated, global takedown, law enforcement hijacked LockBit's entire infrastructure. They took control of the dark web leak sites and replaced victim shaming with a message of their own: this site is now under the control of law enforcement. It was a stunning, public humiliation. They had seized the keys to the kingdom. The haul was massive: the ransomware source code, details of the affiliates, internal chats, and most importantly, thousands of decryption keys to help victims recover their data for free. In one move, they didn't just arrest people, they dismantled the entire business. But what of the emperor? LockBitSupp was not among the arrests. From the shadows, he emerged, spitting venom. He claimed the FBI only got him because he got lazy. He boasted that his own personal data was backed up and that the operation would be back, stronger than ever. And true to form, within days, a new leak site popped up. The Hydra had grown a new head. But it was wounded. The brand was tainted. Affiliates were fleeing, arrested, or switching to other groups. The aura of invincibility was shattered. The empire had fallen, but its architect remained at large, a ghost in the machine. The story of LockBit is a modern cautionary tale. It proved that cybercrime had industrialized. It's no longer just lone wolves, it's a multi-billion-dollar ecosystem with customer service, R&D, and marketing. LockBitSupp wasn't a genius programmer, he was a genius entrepreneur who understood incentives, scale, and human psychology, specifically, the psychology of fear. His legacy is a world more aware of cyber threats, but also more vulnerable. He forced governments to cooperate on an unprecedented level. He showed every company on Earth the critical importance of cybersecurity. The takedown was a major victory, but not a permanent one. For every LockBit that falls, another group learns from its mistakes. The digital shadows are deep, and there will always be another architect, waiting to build the next empire. What did you think of the rise and fall of LockBit? Could this happen again? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to dive deeper into the world of cybercrime, check out our video on the takedown of the Silk Road here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story from the cyber enigma. Thanks for watching.